Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H may not bring back his longtime friend and mentor to WWE anytime soon. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently discussed whether Ric Flair's return is on the cards after WrestleMania 41. The Nature Boy didn't show up at the Showcase of the Immortals despite much speculation that he would confront John Cena. Flair previously said he would stop Cena from breaking his record for most world titles. That turned out to be an empty threat, as the franchise player dethroned Cody Rhodes to capture his 17th World Championship at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Vince Russo joined Dr. Chris Featherstone on Sportskeeda WrestleBing to review Night 2 of WrestleMania 41. While addressing whether Flair's relationship with WWE is over, Russo said that the management isn't going to bring him back into the fold at this stage of his career. Flair claimed that he is still under a AEW contract, which shuts down the possibility of his return to his old stomping grounds for the foreseeable future. Siddharth Sachdeva is an up-and-coming journalist from Chandigarh, India, and has been contributing as a full-time news/feature writer for Sportskeeda Wrestling since joining in early 2021. He has played a pivotal role in building the website's All Elite Wrestling AEW section from the ground up. In late 2021, Siddharth assumed the role of an assistant content manager and soon became the content head of his team. He has also interviewed former WWE superstar Satender Dagger, better known to the wrestling world as Jeet Rama. Aside from pro wrestling, Siddharth is an avid football and cricket fan. Outside of his field, he is a former table tennis player and loves to keep his passion alive in his leisure time. In the smoky corridors of wrestling's backstage politics, doors rarely shut with finality. They creak, crack, and sometimes reopen with the wind of opportunity. But in this case, it seems one door has been slammed shut and bolted from the inside. According to sources close to the situation, WWE, now firmly steered by Paul Triple H Levesque in his creative captain's chair, has decisively turned the page on a possible return for a major all-elite wrestling AEW star, Jon Moxley. Yes, that Jon Moxley. The wild-eyed brawler. The unpredictable lunatic who once walked WWE's hallways under the name Dean Ambrose. The former WWE champion. A Grand Slam winner. A founding member of The Shield. A man whose legacy is inked in WWE's modern era. But all of that? Apparently not enough to warrant a callback. Whispers had long stirred in the wrestling underworld that a Shield reunion at WrestleMania XL might have been in the works. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, both still top-tier forces in WWE, headlining a story that had years of emotion behind it. All it needed was the third piece. But the third piece wasn't even considered. According to our source, Triple H never even picked up the phone. Not once. There was no outreach. No feelers. Nothing. They're moving forward, not backward. In a way, it's both a shocking development and a deeply logical one. Jon Moxley didn't just leave WWE in 2019, he escaped it. And he did it loudly. In the months after his departure, he spoke out against WWE's creative structure, its scripted promos, and its stifling culture. Then he walked into AEW and helped change the landscape of North American wrestling. Now a cornerstone of AEW, Moxley is a multiple-time world champion, a locker room leader, and arguably the beating heart of the promotion's gritty, anti-corporate spirit. Bringing him back into the WWE fold, even for a moment, might have created a seismic nostalgic pop, but it also would have undermined WWE's message of new era, new vision. Triple H has made no secret of his long-term goals. He wants to mold the WWE into a tighter, character-driven machine, with emphasis on in-ring excellence, long-term storytelling, and a deeper connection to the audience. While nostalgia has its place, WWE will never fully escape its past. There's a strong sentiment backstage that the time of leaning on it is over. Moxley quit. That's the word they use internally. He didn't just leave, he rejected the system. That sticks with them. One insider told us. Even if there's no bad blood now, they're not interested in rebuilding that bridge. There were hints of this decision during the WrestleMania XL build-up. The Shield story was used, but carefully. Video packages were crafted to spotlight Rollins and Reigns' shared past, But conspicuously missing was Dean Ambrose. Not even archival footage where he was prominent. Fans noticed, and the message was clear: this story is about the WWE now, not who left it behind. As for Moxley, he hasn't said a word publicly about any of this. But he's never been one for subtlety when a steel chair can do the talking. The week after WrestleMania XL, he main evented AEW Dynamite in a brutal, blood-soaked match that saw him bathed in red under the bright lights, flipping off the camera as the crowd roared. No words. No promo. But the message was unmistakable. This is where I belong. Sources close to AEW say Moxley is happier than ever. He has creative control. He gets to tell the stories he wants. He bleeds when he wants. He works in Japan, in indie promotions, and comes back to AEW with fresh fire in his eyes. WWE may be a global juggernaut, but for Moxley, it's just a ghost he once knew. This decision says as much about Triple H as it does about Moxley. The man once known as the game is playing by new rules. While Vince McMahon leaned heavily on part-timers and legends, Triple H has doubled down on homegrown talent. Gunther, Braun Breaker, Rhea Ripley, Carmelo Hayes. The emphasis is on tomorrow, not yesterday. Look at who he's pushing. Our source says. The future of WWE doesn't look like 2014 anymore. It looks like 2025. And Moxley isn't part of that picture. It's not personal. It's business. Cold, calculated, and focused. Still, some fans can't help but feel the sting of what might have been. A Shield reunion. One last triple powerbomb. An in-ring moment that would have sent arenas into a frenzy. But that fantasy belongs to another timeline. This one? It's moving on. Of course, wrestling is never truly final. We've seen it too many times. Bret Hart hugged Shawn Michaels. CM Punk walked back into WWE after a decade of scorched earth interviews. Hell, even Ultimate Warrior made peace with Vince McMahon. So could the door reopen? Technically, yes. But practically? Don't bet your championship belt on it. Triple H is building a legacy of his own now, not just as a performer, but as a creative force. And bringing back a man who left loudly, bloodied bridges behind, and helped fuel a direct competitor's rise? That's not part of the plan. At least not today. So, here we are. A definitive moment in wrestling's living history. Jon Moxley remains the Outlaw King of AEW. WWE is looking to a future that no longer includes him. And Triple H is proving that in this game, sometimes, walking away from the past is how you win the future. The crowd might chant, "One more match." The internet might beg for a reunion. But behind the scenes, the message has already been sent. The door is closed. Let me know if you'd like a version tailored for a specific audience like a wrestling news site or a YouTube voiceover script.